Hey guys, so today is going to be episode 6 of my makeup declutter series. Today we have bronzers and I have so many, also like contour powders, things like that. If you haven't seen the other 5 episodes, they will be linked down below, or at least some of them. And yeah, if you want to see what I'm going to keep and what I will be getting rid of, which I don't know that it will be too much, then just keep on watching. Okay, so let's start on this side with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palettes. I have 2 of them. Let me just place them here so we can get into it. So I have the medium to 10 and then the normal one, I think. Yeah, because this one says medium to 10. This doesn't say anything because this one is like the original where they didn't have like the multiple shade ranges. So these are the ones that I have. I will be keeping both of these because I like using these for my freelance kit. So this one is way more used, as you can see, because this is the first one that I got. I got this one later and I haven't used it too much. Yeah, I really like using these for my freelance. I actually barely use them on myself, to be honest. I prefer the Kat Von D one for myself, but I am going to be keeping these. They're very good. They're super pigmented, which makes it a little hard to do it on yourself because like you can't really see, you know, when you're like blending your contour and you kind of go like up to your ear, like you can't look at the side of your face to know if it's too blended. So I don't prefer it on myself because of that. But I do prefer them on other people because I can see exactly what I'm doing. Then I have here this little Pow Wow powder bronzer palette from Pop Beauty. So this is what that looks like. It's supposed to be for bronzers, but like really tell me what looks like a bronzer in here to you, because I think it's only this one. The other ones are kind of like, this one kind of looks like blush, this one is kind of like a highlighter, and this one is just kind of confusing to me, to be honest. So I used this, I think, once or twice. I used this shade right here, which is the one that looks like a bronzer. It was okay. They're all shimmery also, which I just don't really prefer. And I just never used it since then. So I'm going to be getting rid of this one. It's like basically new. So I'm going to be giving this one away to like a friend or something. Then we have here the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. And this is, you can see how loved this has been. It fell a few weeks ago and this one broke, which broke my heart because this is all I use in here. Yeah, I have used the other ones, as you can see, but that center one is what I use the most. I also do enjoy these two a lot to brighten the under eye when I feel like the concealer didn't do as well as I hoped it did. So I'm definitely keeping this. I love this so much, and I know that once I run out of this, I'll probably get like the single refill and start using that. But yeah, I love this so much. This is one of my favorite bronzers, and I'm definitely keeping it. Then I have back here the, well, these are most of the Makeup Geek contour powders. I did have this one too, but I had it one day I was freelancing and somebody walked by it and dropped it, and then this one broke. And so yeah, I enjoy this mostly for freelance because you have like all these different shades, and these are warm and these are cool, and so it's very convenient because you have something for everyone when you're freelancing. This is my Benefit Hula Bronzer. It is one of my favorite bronzers, hands down. I have it here because it was part of one of those like holiday blush palettes from Benefit, and I depotted the whole thing. I showed you guys the blushes part last week, and so this is the Hula Bronzer. And so I have it here because it just fits right in, right in the middle. I'm going to keep this just because, again, I use these for freelance, and then this is one of my favorite bronzers, which I have 2 of. You'll see in a little bit, but I just love it that much. So I'm going to keep this one. Then I have here this AB Beauty Highlight and Contour Palette. This was actually very good. I remember being very impressed by it, but it's so similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. I think I'm just going to give this one away just because it's so similar to those other ones, and I have so many other, like I have the Kat Von D one and I have those other from ABH, And yeah, I just feel like somebody could enjoy this, so I'm just going to give it away, but it is good. Next, we have the NYX Cosmetics Contour Palette, or the Highlighting Contour Palette. I do really like this. It's a very, very good option if you can't afford like the more expensive ones. I mostly use this shade right here, as you can see, and this one too. Yeah, I mostly use those two. This one when I'm feeling more of like a warm bronzer, and then this for when I want more of like a contour shade. The highlight shades I haven't used that much. I've only used this one, I think. This highlight, I don't think it's all that. It's just very white for me, and so I just haven't used it too much. This one, yeah, it's a little satiny, but it's not exactly highlight, so I haven't used it that much. But I just really like to have it for when I'm talking about like drugstore options, because I don't think I have anything else that's like a drugstore contour kit. Yeah, looking at everything I have, which is literally laid in front of me, I don't have any other like drugstore options. So I will keep this one, and it is very good product. I have recommended it to you guys a lot of times. I even gave one away, I think, a while back, and so I will be keeping this one. Next, we have here this beauty. This is my Chanel Soleil Tan bronzer. This is like a cream bronzer, and this is so special to me because it's one of like my first luxury products that I ever bought. And first of all, it smells so good. I mean, it's Chanel, so you can kind of expect that from them. So it smells amazing, and I just feel so fancy when I use this, and it's just so special to me, and I do really like it. It's an excellent product. I prefer to use it like in the summer if you want to have kind of like a no makeup day where you just wear like concealer and bronzer and just like call it a day. This is just excellent for that, and I love it so much. Again, it was my very first product, like luxury like this, not like high-end like Sephora brands, but more like luxury, you know, because it's Chanel. But it's just so special to me, and I love it so much. So I don't think I'm ever getting rid of this. I don't even use it that much, but I'm never getting rid of this. It's just so special to me, and it is a great product. So I love this. All right, next we have here the ABH Cream Contour Palette, and as you can see, I have used this so much. I love this palette because I'm not like a cream product type of person, especially with, I don't know, cream products just I feel like tend to be kind of oily and just like move around a lot. This one does not do that, which I know some people complained a lot at the very beginning about this being just like hard to blend. But if you have a problem blending this out, you can like put a little drop of a face oil or something like that, and it will work just excellently. I don't really do that. I just use it as is and just make sure to really blend it out, and it's just excellent. I use it on myself. I use it on like a lot of other people because this is like the medium, and so it's good for me and it's good for a lot of other people, and I just really enjoy this product, so I'm going to keep this. And then we have this palette here from Too Faced. This is so old. This is from like 3-4 summers ago, I don't know, something like that. I was obsessed with this. As soon as I saw it, I love the packaging. I love that it kind of look, what is that called? Like coastal with the blue lines. I don't know. I was just really excited to get this, but honestly, I just haven't used this that much. Here you have the very famous Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and then you have these two other ones. I don't really use these two. This is just way too light for me, and then this has like that shimmery side, or I guess it's not that shimmery, but it kind of is. And so I just kind of use this one alone. I don't know, because I think that I have another Too Faced palette that has the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I don't have it on its own, so I think I have to check if I do have another palette, maybe an eyeshadow palette, and then I have to see if I'm going to keep that one, because I do want to have this bronzer at least in one palette, you know what I mean? So I'm going to hold this and check the rest of my collection, and then I'll decide. But I do only use this one in here. This is just useless to me, and this I don't really reach for it that much. Then I have here this bronzer from the brand Julep, and you can see here that I almost hit pan on this. I actually can see a little hint of metal back there, but I used this so much for a while. I haven't used it in forever though. So I don't know if I should just like stick with it and finish it or just give it away. But then I kind of feel a little weird giving it away if it's so used, you know what I mean? So it's so pretty. It blends so easily. It's so beautiful. It has kind of like a satin finish and it just looks so beautiful once you apply it. But I don't know what to do with this one. I feel like I should get rid of it though because I have so many other ones. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna get rid of this one. Back here I have this Pure bronzer. This is the Mineral Glow Bronzing Powder. I do like this. I do like this. It's a little shimmery though, and it has that like gold satin mixture into it, which it's not my favorite, but it is a good bronzer. However, I have so many other ones that I love way more than this. This is so special to me though because this was like my very first PR package was from Pure, which is why I have trouble letting go of anything that's like from this brand, because they found me with like no other brand had ever reached out to me. And so this is a kind of special to me, but I think I will get rid of it because I don't really use it and it's not fair to keep it if I just don't even touch it when somebody else could be using it and enjoying it. So I will give this one away. Then I have here also from Pure, coincidentally, and this one is actually from a BoxyCharm. I have this Bronze and Brighten palette, and this is what that looks like. It is a little intimidating, which is why I've never actually used it on my face. But I just read a comment from somebody the other day saying that once you apply this, it's actually not that metallic. And so I've been really scared to touch it, but the colors in here are so pretty that I've never wanted to get rid of it. But after I read that comment, I do want to actually try it. So I will be keeping this. I have high hopes for it. If after actually applying it, I don't like it, I will give it away. But it's such a pretty product, isn't it? It just looks so beautiful. And I love this type of products where you have your blush, highlight, and bronzer, because it makes traveling or packing for travel just so easy. So all we have left here are singles. So let me just move them kind of like more to the center. I also have a lot of these like cream or stick bronzer type of looking things. So anyway, here I have this butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, which I love so much. As you can see, I hit pan on it. I am obsessed with this bronzer. It is so beautiful. It blends out so easily, so smoothly. It literally feels like butter. The name is so appropriate and it's just so pretty. So I'm definitely keeping this. This one is in the shade just bronzer. That's the shade. I think there's one that's lighter than this, and I'm not sure if they have released any other shades, but if they have, I think I would really like one that's darker than this, because this looks really good now that it's winter, but once summer comes, it barely shows up on me. So I love this. But if they have a darker shade, let me know, because I would really like to get my hands on that. And then we have here another one from Physicians Formula. This is just their Bronze Booster bronzer, and this one I don't like as much as I like the butter bronzer, so I am giving this one away. As you can see, I used it just a few times. It still has like the logo that they print on it. It still has the brush that it brings brand new down here, so I am going to give this one away just so that somebody else can enjoy it. It is good, it's just not as good as the butter bronzer, and just I don't really need to have both. So I'll be giving this one away and keeping the other one. Then we have here these two. Actually, let me talk about these two together because these are both fairly new. I just got them recently, like months ago. Well, that sounds like it could be anything, right? I just got these less than 2 months ago, both of them. So here I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer. This one is in the shade Rich Amber, and I really like this. It is a little red, I have to say, which when I saw the swatches online, or like the comparisons that they have, this looked like the way to go. But it is a little bit red, which I personally don't mind. But if you're not into that, then I would stay away from this. It's just a little too warm, which again, I don't mind at all. I really like how it looks on me. But it's not a bronzer that I can use like with anything. But I love this. The quality on this is amazing, and I really like it. So I'm keeping it. Then we have here the Becca bronzer, and And this one is in the shade Bronze Bondi, and I love this bronzer so much. You guys know that I got this when I was looking for like a luxury bronzer, powder bronzer, so that I could just pack it and travel with it if I ever needed to pack quickly. And that's when I got this one, and I am obsessed with this bronzer. It is so beautiful. It's so pretty. It blends out like a dream, and it is just one of the best bronzers that I own, if not the best. I think between this one and the Benefit Hula, those are my favorite. And then the butter bronzer. But I love this so much. Oh, and that's kind of funny that I have 3 price ranges with those 3 bronzers. But yeah, those 3 are my favorite. And I love this one. I'm not getting rid of this for sure. I'm keeping this. It is so beautiful. And if you're into luxury products, then I really recommend this one. Or if you want to get something that's like fancy, then this one is an excellent choice. Then I have here the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer, and even though this bronzer is so old, it is pretty new to me. I got it recently, I think in a BoxyCharm actually. Am I wrong with that? Or maybe it was a Gen Beauty. I don't know. It was one of those. I think it was Gen Beauty. I did get this recently last year at Gen Beauty New York. And I really like this. It's a very neutral bronzer, kind of like the Benefit Hula one. The Benefit Hula one is more blendable. Not that this one isn't, but just the Benefit Hula is just easier. Just a little bit easier than this one. But this one is darker than the Benefit Hula. And so I'm going to keep this one as well. Wow, I have done really, really bad with this bronze declutter. But what can I say? I like my bronzers. And then I have all of these like cream or liquid bronzers. Oh, except for this one. This is my little travel Benefit Hula. I got this for free with a Sephora order one time. It was one of those codes that you enter and you get like a freebie. That's how I got this. And I love this because whenever I travel, I always take this one. As you saw, my other Hula doesn't have its own packaging. And so I would have to take that one in a palette if I ever wanted to take it with me. So I just always take this one. And it works just as well. It's just a little smaller, but it's big enough so that I can dip my brush into it very easily. And I have no trouble using it. So I only use this when I travel. But yeah, I love this. So I'm keeping this. And then we do have all these cream and liquid bronzers here. So let's talk about this one first because this is actually a foundation from Clinique. This is the Chubby in the Nude Foundation Stick. And what shade is this? I don't know that it has a shade here. Okay, it's 15 Bountiful Beige. I think I got this one again with a Sephora order with like one of those codes, but it ended up being too dark for me. So I put it with the bronzers so that I could use it kind of like as a contour stick. But it's not dark enough to actually be a contour stick. It's just darker than my foundation. So I haven't really used it because of that. So I'm going to be giving this one away. I can't tell you anything about how it performs because again, I just never really used it. Then I have here from Benefit. This is the Do the Hula, and this is basically the same Benefit Hula but in a liquid form. And I tried this once and I just didn't really like it. I felt like it was a little hard to blend because it's very, very liquidy, so you have to kind of like blend a lot until it sets. But then once it sets, it feels a little sticky, and then if you try to blend it out once it sets, it gets kind of patchy. I don't know, I just didn't really like it. So I'm going to be throwing this one out. I don't really think I want to give it to anyone because it's just not a really good product. So this one is going to the garbage. So we have these 2 left. This is the Tarte, the Sculptor Park Avenue Princess Contour Stick. I haven't really used this, or actually I did use this once. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I used it once. It's a little red. And it's easy to blend, but even once you blend it, it kind of disappears on me, to be honest. So it's good, but the color doesn't really work for me. So I think I'm going to give this one away to someone that will just enjoy it more than me. So lastly, we have here this Pure Cameo Contour Duo Ended Contour. And I think it's supposed to be like a foundation contour type of product, but I don't really see this so much as a foundation because in my opinion, I think the foundation is too light for what the contour looks like. So this didn't really work for me as a foundation. I did use it more of like a highlighting contour stick I felt like the foundation was a little dry to be a highlight product. I don't know. The contour I did really enjoy, so I will be keeping this for the sole purpose of using mostly the contour. I'll probably use the foundation or the concealer or highlight side again, but mostly I enjoyed the contour side, so I will be keeping it for that. I don't have anything else that's like this in like a stick type of form, so I'll be keeping this one because of that. I don't understand why I always do this, but after I was done editing the entire video, I found these 3 bronzers, so I wanted to go over them. Again, I have the camera in my hand because I don't want to pull out the tripod at this point. But these 2 are ColourPop. This one is In It to Win It, and this one is a Bougie Call. I'm going to open it now. And this one is from Cargo. Don't know if this has a shade. Yeah, it just says medium. And let's just go over these 3 really quick. I'm going to open both of these. Okay, so this is what they look like. This one is In It to Win It, like I said. It has a little bit of shimmer. Don't know if you can see that. So this was the first ColourPop bronzer that I ordered, and I didn't realize that it had shimmer until it came, and so I didn't really use it after that, only that one time. I just don't prefer products with shimmer on my face. You guys know this, so I haven't really touched it. I want to get rid of it, but I don't know how because I don't want to give up my little compact here, so I don't know how I could give this one away since it's just like a pan. It would maybe have to be to someone that has Z palettes or something like that, so they have somewhere to put it. But then I would like really have to ask around first if they have it, and that's a little awkward. So I do want to get rid of it. I just don't know how. This one is a Bougie Call, and this one is a matte bronzer. I made sure that it was matte. This was my second bronzer that I bought from ColourPop, and I really like this one. I use it a lot. I use it very often. And I like that it has a little compact in case I want to travel with it, and I can always like push it out with a needle from the back, and I can just put it like in a big palette if I wanted to. But I really like this one, so I'm keeping it, and I love that they're so affordable. I love ColourPop products so much. And then lastly I have this one from Cargo, and this one is actually super similar to the one from ColourPop, this one, in terms of it having shimmer. Don't know if you can see that, but I don't like it that much because of that. I just don't reach for it that often. It's a good product, but I just don't tend to use it because of the whole shimmer thing, so I'm giving this one away as well. And there you have it. There are 2 more bronzers that I am getting rid of. Okay, so this is the result of my declutter. These are the things that I'm keeping, which looks like a lot because it is. This is what I'm throwing out, and then these are the things that I'm giving away, except for this. This is a maybe. I have to check if that bronzer is in another palette, and then I'll decide. But even if we don't count this one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items that I got rid of, and then there are 14 items here, which would make this a third of my collection that I'm getting rid of, which is not too bad actually. At least it's not like 2 and 3 products. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it so much. It means so much to me. And also, if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you are, or if you're just subscribing now, if you want, make sure you turn on that little bell so that you get notified when I upload and you never have to miss a video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Do you have any of these products? Do you have any of these products? Are you offended that I got rid of any of these products because you love them? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching. Bye.